Hello, YouTube. It's been a very long time, and I am back with the same setup, with the same angle of filming because I tried the standard filming angle where I set up a camera and sat on my chair with the whole background and all of that, but I deleted the whole video because I didn't like that. Let's keep it casual. I don't want to make it like a podcast or an interview. So, yeah, it should feel like I'm just talking to a camera with a friend, maybe on a video call. So, yeah, I'm not trying to gloss over the fact that I promised to upload regularly in my last video, and this is me recording a video 2 years later. So, keeping that aside, um, something I have been thinking about lately is how we never get bored in today's day and age. Like, the modes of entertainment and modes of distraction have been so accessible to us. I mean, the biggest distraction of our lives is in our pocket, our phone. Anytime we are bored, anytime we are waiting for someone, we are on a public transport, when you haven't got anything else to do, we just pick out pick our phones from the pocket and start doom strolling doom scrolling, sorry, not strolling, doom scrolling. And it has been so, I mean, we have been so accustomed to doing something on the phone that once I had removed all the social media apps from my phone so that I could remain more focused. But then I noticed myself opening my phone, and when I couldn't find anything else to scroll upon, I opened the weather app and I started scrolling the weather app. I started checking the weather of different cities. I mean, that's how accustomed we have become to mindlessly doing something on phone, and not thinking about anything, not letting ourselves immerse in our own thoughts. I mean, when was the last time you when was the last time you faced yourself? When was the last time you subjected yourself to your own thoughts? When was the last time you're bored, you had nothing to do, and you just sat there with your thoughts for 10 to 20 minutes? That's a question to think about. And for me, yeah, I thought about all these questions some 2 to 3 weeks ago, and it hit me because I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember the last time. And that whole part is scary because I think in today's day and age, we are suffering from, you know, we are suffering from this mental health pandemic. And when I'm talking about mental health, I'm talking about everything like the lack of attention span, the lack of concentration, like how we can't even watch a movie in one sitting without, picking up our phones to check the notifications, and how we can't focus, just how we can't focus on one thing for more than like 10-15 minutes anymore, and how we are just miserable. I think we are a miserable generation in that sense, but let's not try to be mm, very pessimistic. I mean, there are advantages. We are the luckiest generation in a sense that we have a world full of information in our hands, and we have so much power in our hands to do anything and everything. But with great inventions, there come some cons. With if something has pros, then it has cons too. If there are opportunities, there are risks as well. So this is the risk. This is what we have become. I'm talking about how we are dealing with the shortage of alone time, how we are dealing with the shortage of boredom. I mean, boredom is taken in a very negative sense, that boredom is something you need to avoid. It is taken as a negative emotion, like when you're bored and you start thinking and overthinking, and empty mind is a residence of evil and things like that. But I mean, everything is good in moderation, right? And boredom is good in moderation. I mean, world's greatest inventions and ideas have been born out of boredom. People were just bored and they, okay, let's try something. And ideas get generated like that. You don't get an idea, while you are totally engrossed in something. You're totally mindlessly scrolling social media. You're just, you know, doing something with uh, Spotify playing in the background, or when you are doing a chore with some series playing in the background. I mean, we are scared of facing our own thoughts to such extent that we never give us a chance to do that. Like, talking about me, every time, I mean, I go on a walk, I have my headphones on. I am doing a chore, there is something running, there is either YouTube or Spotify in the background. And when I'm reading, even when I'm reading, I'm checking like Instagram or news site or anything, just once every 5 minutes. I mean, that's the extent we have gotten to avoid ourselves. I mean, there are productive and unproductive ways of, keeping yourself busy, but sometimes we need to, let ourselves free and just be there for like 10 minutes every day, where you're just there alone with your own thoughts, where you can, introspect, you can think about anything. Like, you just need to be with yourself and the thoughts you'll get. I think in this day and age, we are always running behind others. We are running behind friends, romantic interest, process. We're telling them, okay, tell me your story. I want to know you. I want to know everything about you. Give me everything. But while doing that, we forget that we don't know ourselves completely. We are oblivious to who we are. We don't know what we want in our life. We don't know what our true calling is. We don't know what we really want with our lives, because we don't let us talk to oneself enough, if that makes sense. We just involve our mind in everything and this hustle, and we never give ourselves time to be familiar with ourselves. So I think that's the reason we have become strangers to ourselves. I am trying to reclaim all of the time I have lost. I'm trying to claim all the me time. I'm trying to claim, that 10 minutes a day where I just sit down doing nothing, not anything productive or unproductive, just do nothing and just be there with my own thoughts, and just let the thoughts take over. Do meditation or something like that if that's my mood. And yeah, I think that's a question we should ask ourselves once in a while. When was the last time I was bored? When was the last time I talked with myself? When was the last time I was alone with myself? And I am I don't I'm not good at intros and outros for this, YouTube videos. I'm not good at this video thing, but yeah, I am leaving you with the question: when was the last time you're bored?